Hey everybody, Jem Schofield here with the C47, and this is Brownbox video. What is Brownbox video? Get a brown box, open it up, see what's inside, figure out how to use it. So let's go. Relatively small box here. I'm excited about this one. I have been waiting for this, and I am excited to show you what's inside of here. This is going to be sort of the start of an adventure for me in terms of production, and it's definitely a path that I'm going to go down. So here it is, and this is not the end all of this adventure, but for me it's kind of the beginning. So this is a product by Nikon, or Nikon, depending on where in the world you are. It is called the Keymission 360, and it is a VR camera system. There's a lot of stuff coming out in the market right now, both on the high end and also the very low end, and then also somewhere there in the middle. But for me, this was sort of the first camera that, kind of like the Mavic Pro in terms of DJI, in terms of drones, that I got excited about, and I thought, okay, there might be enough resolution here to start this adventure. Because remember, when we're talking about virtual reality, we are mapping video to a 360-degree spherical space. So HD doesn't really cut it when you do that, and this is pretty cool because it's supposedly auto stitches, it's ultra high definition, it's shock proof, it's got water resistance. I might actually bring this manual with me when I'm on the road here, but let's just see what's inside of here to begin with. So I'm assuming that these are little VR. Yeah, so this is probably if I'm gonna put my smartphone inside of here. So that's okay. And then let's see what else we've got inside of the box here. So this looks like a shock protector here that I have. Let me actually move the, yeah, shock protector, battery. Oh, that means it's rechargeable, which is good. This might be the thing. This might be actually the Keymission. And I'm actually going to be taking this with me on my trip. I'm going to California, and you will obviously see this as one full episode, but I'm going to be shooting with this. Okay, so here it is. Lens here. We got a lens here. Obviously, there's a sensor on either side. Looks like a on button, battery door, lock, unlock, USB port, quarter 20 tap. Looks like a microphone here, battery indicator, so lots of lights and things like that. Shockproof up to 6.6 feet or 2 meters, waterproof up to 100 feet or 30 meters, and there it is. So that is sort of the center point of all of this. And then this looks like, and coming from a GoPro world, this looks like we've got some mounts here. Let's see what we have in here. This is quarter 20, and then it's going to go on the bottom, and it looks like it does use that sort of double sticky stuff. That's going to be interesting. All right, we'll see how that, very similar to GoPro mount stuff. Got a, what I'm assuming, a USB cable for either charging or for firmware updates, or a combination of both. Guessing this is a battery charger, and it is a battery charger. But it's not, oh no, it's not a battery charger. Okay, so this is how you charge the camera and the battery, well, the battery for the camera. So you're gonna plug this USB cable into this, and then you're gonna go ahead and charge the whole thing. And then it looks like we have 2 lens protectors. So these must go on here when you're gonna go underwater and stuff. This is gonna have to go back at some point, unless I decide to keep it. Instructions on how to open up and put your smartphone into this, so I was right about that. Status of camera, time of purchase, don't care about that right now. Warranty programs, not important for your safety. Do I care about that? Probably not. And then the instruction manual, which I'm going to keep. So, unlike the last episode of Brownbox video, I'm actually going to take this thing with me out on the road. So I'm going to be shooting some segments of how I am getting along with this thing. I'll make sure I bring a cleaning cloth because I'm going to have to keep these lenses clean. It's pretty hefty in terms of you know, the weight of the thing, and it does say here there is some sort of app something about Bluetooth, so I guess that's going to be all part of the whole system. And I'm going to have to figure this all out. Lock, oh, there's a lock, that's pretty cool. Oh, micro SD card, which I'm not surprised by. Airplane mode switch, that's cool. HDMI, it looks like micro HDMI. And then we have a USB port. Keymission 360 by Nikon. And I will be reporting to you from the road. And let's go. Okay, so it's about 3 weeks later and the news is not good. I was more than excited about the Keymission 360 and for many reasons. Form factor, sort of what felt like build quality, overall functionality, and probably more importantly for me, the fact that it was 4K, it was auto-stitched, it had a 24p option, and that was all good stuff. Now, the reality of it is this. Probably the best way I can put it is in Apple terms. Apple understands how to take hardware and software and make them work seamlessly together. They have hiccups every once in a while, but overall, one of their biggest strengths is doing that. They're not unique to that. There are some other companies that are doing that very well. I think that in our space, in terms of production, DJI is starting to get better and better at sort of their user interface and how you interact with their hardware with software. Nikon is not getting that. And I don't like doing product reviews or going over products and being negative. It's just not, I'm a glass half full kind of person, I think. But this one's not ready for prime time. And if you're going to consider getting into VR and you're going to spend a fair amount of money doing that, whether you're doing it on a consumer, prosumer, or professional level, I can tell you that I've had nothing but a frustrating experience with this particular product. Love the form factor, love the fact that it has these extra lenses, which I was bringing down, which I did bring down to Florida to use. I can't shoot with a camera completely blindly. Now I know a lot of us did that in the early days with the GoPro, but it was frustrating at best and maddening at worst. With this particular product, the main issue, besides the fact that when you're looking at quality of picture, I don't think we're quite there yet in the sub $1,000 range, because I did get to look at a couple of the pictures, is functionality. I don't usually use these things, manuals, and I spent a considerable amount of time with the manual trying to get the software on my iOS device to sync with this so I could see a picture, I could change camera settings and all of that stuff. No real luck with that. And then I went online and found other people's frustrations and even an entire document that I followed step by step to successfully pair with this and be able to use it effectively in a production environment, and I wasn't able to really do it. So the end result of this is I haven't really gotten to spend time with this product and see everything it can do. I know that people can shoot with it. I did. I brought stuff into Dashwood VR Express and played with the footage, and it's good. The stitching's not perfect, but I just feel like I can't recommend this product to people because the two sides are not meeting together, the software and the hardware. If the user interface, first of all, doesn't connect, then it's a complete fail. And then if it does connect and it's not easy to use and it doesn't work well with the product, then it's going to be frustrating for us at best, maddening at worst. I think that's this Brownbox video and not the result that I wanted to have. I have some others coming up, and next week I'm actually going to be doing a 1 to 3 episode on some cool products. I'll be doing that down in DC as part of my workshops. I'll be shooting an episode on these really, really cool products for lighting support. See you next time on Brownbox Video.